YouTube, Eric DIY here with another great review for you. Today we're going to review the Core Equipment 9-person extended dome tent. Other than the carrying bag, this is what all came inside that cardboard box that was in the bag. We have the poles over there. We have stakes and the little loft thing that you can put stuff in a little net there, the loft net if you will. You have the rain fly and you have the tent itself over there. What you don't have is you don't have a footprint, then you're going to want to get a tarp to protect that even longer. Some specs about the Core 9-person extended dome tent. It's supposed to sleep 9, and you know that means like feet to head. Center height 72 inches, which is pretty nice. Fits 3 air beds, and it says water resistant, not waterproof. First we have to unravel the main tent itself, so that's what we're going to do. We got Maddie to help us. All right, now that we got the tent sort of unraveled, we're gonna stake it down and get it set up. By the way, there are directions in the bag if you need them. Before we start, I'm going to show you the stakes that they do give you. They are usable, but they have a tendency to slip. They're very smooth and they come out of the ground real easy. Instead, I'm going for my trusty Harbor Freight ones, which hold a little bit better, and they're cheap. So if you break one, you're not going to feel that bad. But this is what I use to stick something in the ground. It's a little bit thicker, it goes in the ground better. As far as the staking points, really basic. Have these nylon cord, if you will, that you stick the stake through into the ground. Corners first that I'm going to do, but there's also some in the front. All right, I staked the 4 corners because you still got to get the poles in. So now we're going to insert the long tent poles. They don't have aluminum poles, obviously. They're going to give you the cheap fiberglass ones, which are fine, but they do have a tendency to snap after a while. They give you a series of fiberglass poles. The longer ones go in the middle, the shorter ones are going to go on the sides and arc over. And they have little pins in the tent that I'm going to show you where they go. We're going to put the hole through one of these sleeves, and that's going to go through the top. So here we go. All right, one more pole to go. All right, what we're gonna do now is we have these pins. Notice that there's 2. There's gonna be one for this one pole that's gonna go that way. There's gonna be another one for the pole that we just put in next, the main pole, if you will, or the main poles. So we're gonna get the end of this one through one of these pins, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Not a happy camper because one of the cheap fiberglass poles kind of broke. We'll fix that with duct tape, but I'm going to replace these poles eventually with the aluminum. We did get it up, and that's all that matters for tonight. And to reinforce the tent now, they got these little clips here. You just clip them on the poles. Grab it here. Okay, can you do the other ones? Yeah, watch out for your fingers. No fingers. Yeah, push that pole back. There you go. Good job.
Next one.
Next one. All right, good. I already did the one in the front, okay? We still got to put in a pole here to hold up this side of the tent and over here. And as Maddie showed you, we're going to thread it through that side of the tent to the other side, and then there's more of those pins that go on each side to hold up the pole, and that's what makes the outside go out. And then just like we did before, after you thread it through, it's going to go down on one of these pins right here. There is an extra one right here. Put that through there, and we'll get the other side, and that will hold this tent up.
This is my first time building a tent.
That is. All right, and that's how it's done right there. All right, the last things to do before we put the rain fly on are to stake it down. And there are these little, again, nylon loops to put the stake through, but you could also do it through the hoops if you had to. But here's Maddie inside the tent. And as you can see, it's pretty big. I'm sitting up straight up. And I'm 5'4", so I have tons of space, but we have a thing here. I forgot to tie those, but I'm gonna just leave it be. My only complaint so far are the poles, because they're cheap fiberglass, and that one did not do well. I know I stressed it a little bit, but you should be able to get it in there. The other ones work just fine, by the way, but this is a huge tent. And also, I'm gonna want these corners to go out, so I'm probably gonna pull one of the sides out, and probably that side. I'm gonna pull the stakes out and push it out further just to make sure we got maximum area in here. But this is This is why we bought it. It's a 9-person tent. We're on the yard camping. There's Maddie. She's happy as anything, and we're not even done yet. It has a back window that you can open, and also down here, if I stake this out, you have an airport down there. So those are basically the main features, other than the pockets on the sides. There's one there, there's one here, and they do give you a gear loft, which will attach to these little points right here, and you can put stuff on there, and it will have a hook for a light. So we're gonna try out a new camping light tonight too. So Maddie's holding it down because we got a lot of wind here right now sometimes, but we're gonna basically stake those down. But first we're gonna go around, and there's 2 little clamps that we're gonna clamp down. There's a little ring down there where we had the pins, and that's where we're gonna stake this down, and then we'll stake it out with stakes with the actual guidelines. So we got all 4 of those, and now we're gonna put that part in the Rainfly, and then it's just staking down the Rainfly, honestly, and the other tent parts, and then you're all set. I see the Rainfly flapping around there. That's because you have to put this pole in. And underneath this thing, there should be some grommets or something of it. Oh, they're right here on the tent. So you're gonna put that in the grommet, but you also have to put it through this little sleeve right here first. So we're gonna do that first. Put this assembled pole for the Rainfly through the sleeve, and that's what holds the Rainfly out. And then we got these grommets underneath the tent here. You just pop one side of the pole there, and this other side here on the other side, and that keeps the Rainfly up. I almost forgot, we got to Velcro these to the poles. They got little Velcro tabs that we're going to go around and do. Just stake it out the guidelines we want. Remember that you're going to use the little loop on the bottom, and this is what locks it. You can adjust it for tautness. But we're going to do that all around the tent, and that should be it for setting up the tent. It does come with a flow repair patch, and it comes with a clear repair patch in case something happens.
So we slept in the tent last night. We used this queen size air mattress.
There's a lot of room in here, and overall it's looking pretty good. Even those stakes that I had to use that they included, they held, and we've had a little bit of wind, not tons of wind here. The zipper, by the way, is pretty good. Gets a little stuck on the fabric from time to time, and when you're closing it back up, you just have to kind of put the seams together. Right around here they have sealant on the threads. Anything above the orange though, it's just left, and they kind of figure that you're going to use the Rainfly. So they did not seal any of these seams, but all these seams are well seamed over here. So it's raining pretty bad out there, and there's going to be thunderstorms coming, a big band of thunderstorms. I closed up the tent, and we're going to see how it does at keeping rain out with heavy rain. Now it's really coming down, so again we'll check out the tent after and see if there's any water in the tent, but that's what this test is all about, and I wanted to show you what the conditions were. And just like that, it got sunny and the rain stopped. So let's go check out the tent. The Rainfly is having the droplets kind of fill out there, so that's kind of cool. Shows you that it takes care of rain. Let's look at the front here. Came about halfway down the window. So again, you will want to close the window. And with the back window, again, the Rainfly held up, but it does have rain droplets coming in here. So again, if it rains, you do want to close the windows on the tent. So I do see a couple drops over there. It looks like there's a little bit of water over there as well on the air mattress. Some water right there. Some water right here. And again, I came in very carefully. Seems like it's right around these seams. A little bit of water here. So that was torrential rain, but still, you would think that a brand new tent would hold out a lot of water. Notice they said not waterproof, but water resistant. Ooh, we got a lot here. Look at that. So, you know, I am going to have to spray some waterproofing on this. For the most part, it's dry, but in certain places, you have a little water. You have a pool of water over there. It just seems to be in the corners over here too. So if we waterproof this part of the tent, it should be better. We have a bunch of water right here from the top there, so I'm not too happy about that, because that means that it came from the top here. I'm trying to see Got a couple droplets right here. So yeah, we're gonna have to get some waterproofing spray. Spray even the rain fly, which I'm not happy about that because the rain fly should repel most water. So after seeing that in the tent, I think they would have done better to do like a bathtub bottom to this. In other words, take the bottom tarp material of the tent and make it go up about 6 inches on the side. I think that would help with the leakage there. As far as the netting, it's very, very fine. No problems with that. There's no rips in it like sometimes you find. So it kept the bugs out, no problem. The window, we kept closed because of the rain. So I would not, and not that I've tested this, but I would not keep that window open if it was gonna be rain because it doesn't offer much protection with that rain fly. It would have been nice if they had it kind of go out and over. Air inlet port is huge and it does give a little ventilation to the tent. But typically I do a pro-con thing on my channel, but honestly I've kind of pointed out some things as I reviewed this. I'm just going to go out and say what's good about it. One, huge tent. We're a family of 4. My wife doesn't like to sleep in the tent, but if she ever did, more than enough room to be very comfortable in it with a family of 4. I would think that if you had 9, that's only because you're trying to sleep under some type of shelter, because it's like any other tent. They plan for the whole floor of the tent to be taken up with a body. Family of 6, probably a little cramped, I would say. The guidelines are good, but it would be nice if they were reflective. The poles suck. It cracked when I bent it out to build it. I have extra poles and I'm going to upgrade these to aluminum poles. But if you're just camping out for the weekend, make sure that you test this out by building it once and make sure the fiberglass poles. I am going to contact the company and see if they'll replace it though, because I think they should. The rain fly is excellent. It dries fast. The tent itself, if you just get some waterproofing and spray it on there, it should be fine. I think the design of the tent was great until you get to the rain fly back here. Even if they somehow extended this, but if they put like a pole or something to keep this out with, that would have made it so that you can keep the window open while it rains. Poles could be better, but again, any car camping beginning tent's gonna have these type of poles. I do recommend getting a tarp of some sort to go underneath. It just makes the tent last longer, protects the bottom of it. The stakes that came with the tent right there, they're not bad. I mean, I'm still gonna use the Harbor Freight Go Deeper, Be Thicker ones, which hold better. But these aren't bad if, again, you're on a weekend. You're just car camping, basically. You go out with the car, set up a tent. So they'll hold, but I do recommend you update the stakes if you want to have it for total wind resistance. These things are going nowhere with the thicker ones. The ventilation overall in the tent was pretty good. It's got that up there in the sides all around. So you're gonna get lots of ventilation. It's definitely a 3 season. I wouldn't use this in winter. Fall could be a little bit cold as well. But overall, for camping on the yard, maybe going on a campground trip here and there, maybe twice, 3 times a year, this is a tent to get. If you're gonna buy this one, you're buying this one for space though. And that is our review of the Core Equipment 9-person extended dome tent. If you wanna purchase the Core Equipment 9-person extended dome tent, please look for a link in the description below. We'll send you to Amazon. We can purchase your very own. Every purchase will help support the Eric DIY channel. We appreciate all your support. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give us a thumbs up and push that subscribe button below. While you're down there, also push on the bell notification icon so that way you'll be notified of future Eric DIY video releases. We appreciate all your support. Thank you and have a great day. As always, if you like this video, found it useful, please subscribe. And if you have a product that you would like reviewed, please contact Eric by emailing him at eric5150diy@gmail.com. Have a great day.